The WFISD Board of Trustees met today to discuss a number of issues, including how different schools will look in the fall following the passage of a state cell phone law.
And Superintendent Dr. Donnie Lee is going to join us now. So, Dr. Lee, thank you for joining us here. And you're going to kind of tell us a little bit about some of these things, some of the concerns people might have, you know, leading into the school year. So let's start out with the cell phone legislation. So with the state cell phone legislation, is there anything kind of different that's going to carry over from that into the school's current cell phone policy?
Yes, so our current cell phone policy has a little latitude for students. They can bring their cell phones to school, but unless they're used for instructional purposes, they're not to be used at all. Now, the law says that students cannot have their cell phones on campus at all. And so there are some stipulations where if you're a special education student and you need it for your 504 plan, or if there's some safety needs. And so what the board met and discussed today is what does that look like from a practical standpoint, from an accountability standpoint, and if parents want to know, well, what if I need my student to bring it for some type of disability? Well, we're going to have all those types of things in there, but as the law stands today and was signed into law by Governor Abbott, students cannot have their cell phones at school anymore.
So we're not giving the discretion to the schools to maybe follow that law to some extent, but make their own choices as they see fit. It's all going to be the same standard school-wide?
That's right. It's all the same standard. It's the law, and so it's going to be up to our principals and our teachers to hold those accountable when they see some infractions occur.
Okay.
Now, we've talked about this in the past. A couple of schools already have yonder pouches.
That's right.
In practice. So how is this going to play into that?
We'll just continue with that. We had last year, we partnered and piloted it with Hershey Middle School, and we also did that with McNeil Middle School. Yeah. So McNeil is becoming Ryder Middle School next year, and so those yonder pouches will go with them as well. Bar-wise, we'll use the pouches, but as far as the high schools are concerned, there's so much coming and going that we don't initially plan to use yonder pouches at the high school. You have, they're going to the Career Education Center, they're going to Midwestern State, they're going to Vernon, there's off-campus lunch, and so those pouches would be coming and going. It would be a logistical nightmare. So we're going to continue it at the middle school and then work with our principals and our teachers to ensure compliance at the high school levels.
Gotcha. Now let's go ahead and switch gears. We want to talk UIL. It was a big conversation earlier in the year talking about, you know, implementing homeschool kids maybe into the UIL competitions.
Yes.
A lot of back and forth on that. Where do things stand with that right now?
So the board met today and discussed that. It had a very rigorous discussion, and it looks like this. Homeschool students right now, if they want to play sports, they can participate in the district that participates the nearest to us, because WFISD chose to opt out of UIL homeschool participation. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, just the equity involved with it. You know, homeschool students, you know, after traveling to a Tuesday night game, they can go home, they can sleep in, and then they can do their work. For our students, they're traveling great distances, sometimes 2, 3, 4 hours on a Tuesday volleyball game or a basketball game, and they have to be up at school Wednesday morning to possibly take a test. If they fail that test, and they fail the course, well, then no pass, no play kicks in. So there's a couple of examples like that, and so the board voted to opt out of UIL homeschool participation. So if you want to play sports for WFISD, you need to be a WFISD student.
Gotcha. Do you know of any area districts that have opted into that?
Burke-Burnett ISD is the only one in Region 9 that has opted in as we stand today.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, in terms of, you know, coming things for the school year, one of the things is the partnership with Third Future, and they're partnering with Hershey for the foreseeable future. So what can you tell us about how that whole relationship is going to go?
So we're going to have a great community parent meeting that's going to be this Thursday. It's going to be a community event. It's called PUSH, Parents United for the Students of Hershey. We're going to feed all the community and parents as they come out. We've got a lot of community members organized and a lot of volunteers. We'll have door prizes, snow cone machine, and the point of all that is to attract a lot of people to get our message across and to get the story out on what's actually taking place. At Hershey Middle School for this year, we've partnered with Third Future, and they are a turnaround organization. So every school district that they've worked with over the past 3 years has dramatically improved academic outcomes. We're talking like schools that had traditionally been Fs for 8, 9, 10 years have dramatically improved to C, B, and even A campuses. Wow. And so we knew we had to do something pretty radical. We've tried just about everything. The past administrations have tried different things over the last 10 years with a little success. So we're trying something pretty radical. And they have already staffed it at about 75% of the teachers, which includes about 8 or 9 of ours that were at Hershey. And so we were looking forward to that partnership. They start school a little earlier than we do. They stay a little later. And so all those intricate details on what does this look like, how will it affect students, teachers, parents, all of that information is going to be presented 6 o'clock this Thursday at Hershey Middle School's cafeteria. We hope to see you there.
Absolutely, and we're hoping the best of luck with this, new approach and that new group coming in. Hope nothing but success on that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight,
Dr. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we appreciate it.